I was walking along the street yesterday.
That's a good start.
I was following a group of lads who were all about 12, 13 years old, and they were all trying to sort of you know how blokies do, like outdo each other. And at one point, one of the lads, and the other three had gone on slightly, and there was a plant overhanging the pavement, and he put his mouth around the end of it and started to eat the plant.
Right.
And then he ate it, and the other lads turned round, and he stopped, looked a bit embarrassed, and then carried on with them. What is he do? What was that?
The reason I'm looking slightly concerned and
well, I
puzzled
think we should all be concerned.
is that it says on my running order, Georgina, have you seen the 3D model of King Tutankhamun?
Have you?
So, do you want to do that as well, or do you want to save that for the next show?
I've put numbers next to all these things, and what I've done is I've read the wrong number.
So, you're listening to Sowerby and Luff Deluxe.
Live on tape from Studio Senseless in leafy London town, it's Sowerby and Luff Deluxe.
We're off and running with Sowerby and Luff Deluxe. I've just noticed I didn't bring in any kind of drink or coffee or anything, so I'll warn the listeners that what's going to happen is after about half an hour I'm going to start to slowly dehydrate.
Like Thesaurus Walrus.
Yeah, so if you see me sinking deeper and deeper into my chair and going cross-eyed, you'll know that I need to be given some kind of liquid.
Good night out.
So coming up on Sowerby and Luff Deluxe, hiding in a hedge to watch a ghost.
Brilliant.
That sounds like a telephone.
Well, the ghost sounds like a telephone.
That's in this week's,
or the person in the hedge sounds like a telephone.
That's in this week's Flying Saucers Ate My Pants.
Uh-huh.
And also in Toast Haunted, Can Dogs See Ghosts?
Absolutely, of course they can. Don't be ridiculous. It's not even a question.
Matters arising first. Georgina.
Yeah.
Why are you going
Because this is just a rant at Georgina section, isn't it?
No, not always.
Okay.
So the first thing on the agenda for Matters Arising is Georgina has taken against Marie Antoinette.
I have. Oh, in such a major way. Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
It's a BBC series. We watch it on a Sunday night because we at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, we end the week, or start the week, I suppose, with a bit of costume drama.
Should point out it's not actually on at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night. We run our own schedule in this house. We like costume drama at 9 o'clock
on a Sunday.
So we've been watching
Marie Antoinette.
In fact, we finished watching it last night.
It's about the Queen in France, coming from Austria. She's called the Ostrich something, isn't she? And
the ostrich bitch.
Okay, yeah.
And right from the first 5 minutes,
I didn't like
of episode 1, Georgina took against it. Right?
I took against the whole programme.
Why?
The women are too modern. I love the costumes, but the storyline, there's no storyline. Someone prints a blooming pamphlet about her, saying that they don't like her. There's an investigation into who's printed the pamphlet, and then the episode finishes. And then next week, someone's printed a pamphlet about her. Everyone investigates, and then the episode finishes. I don't get it. There's no plot, and the woman who is the king's mistress she just looked too modern. She looked like she just stepped out of the 2020s.
Normally, Georgina and I like the same things. So it's quite unusual for me to quite like a series and for you to absolutely hate it. When we got to the end of episode 7 last night, I said, for God's sake, let's just watch the last one.
I'm not watching
Let's get this over with, and then we can get on with our lives.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can stop whinging at the television.
Not enough happened. She had such an eventful life. It was so weird and miraculous and weird and history laden.
Matters Arising.
Yeah.
number 2 on the agenda.
Okay.
Georgina's new diffuser.
Oh, yeah, I love my new diffuser.
No, talk to me about your new diffuser, because I don't like the smell of diffusers.
No, you don't like the smell I put in the diffuser. It's not the diffuser per se you don't like.
And also, you bought it as a kind of replacement for putting a smelly candle out, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Now, the reason I like a smelly candle out in the evening is not for the smell. No. It's for the fact that there's a naked flame.
Why do we buy smelly candles then? They're 10 times more expensive than regular candles.
It taps into something deeply primeval within us.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because we don't have necessarily a hearth fire anymore.
Right,
The human likes to see a naked flame.
A flickering flame.
So your white plastic thing that with a kind of smell coming out the top of
ceramic.
does not replace that.
I know, but it makes the room smell lovely. Well, only if you like the smell I put into it.
What is the current smell that's in it? Because I noticed you've been sneaking it out after I go to bed.
Yeah, I put it on when you go to bed.
So what's the smell that's in it now?
That's my secret. The smell in it at the moment is lavender and rose. I think it's lavender you don't like. I think for some reason you don't like lavender. I mean, you do take quite strongly. Do you remember when I once bought a smelly candle home that was supposed to be the smell of Christmas? And it was something like clementines and spice.
It made me gag. A little piece of sick came up in the back of my throat.
You genuinely looked like you were going to vomit, so I had to blow it out.
And you'll be delighted to hear that the third item on Matters Arising is not anything to do with you.
Phewie.
Right? This is more of a generic Matters Arising.
Okay.
And it concerns a radio commercial. Yes. That is running at the moment, and TV commercial as well. Although we don't seem to get the TV version in London. It's to tell you, if you break down on the motorway, to go left.
Now, you play the radio in the bathroom, and all I heard the other night was swearing coming from the bathroom.
No.
So I presume the advert was on then,
You should immediately, by what I've just said, get what it is that winds me up about this commercial. Because it's, if you break down on the motorway, picture the scene, you've broken down.
Oh, no.
You're on the hard shoulder.
Broken down on the motorway.
And this advert is telling you to go left.
Go left.
Right. How can you go left if you've broken down, Georgina?
Well, yes.
What it should say is, if you think you're going to break down, like say your petrol's very low,
or
say
your car starts going chugga chugga chugga,
you might hear a nasty knocking
Yeah.
noise in the back. That's what it should say. But it says if you break down, go left.
Go left.
I'll be more specific. There's a little song on it that's to the tune of Pet Shop Boys.
Yes.
Go west.
Yeah, it's
So it goes, go west, indicators on.
Yeah.
Go left at the next junction. Go left, find an emergency zone.
Oh, my word.
Go left, don't forget your phone. Now
come on.
That's the next thing that annoys me.
Yeah.
Is if you've forgotten your phone, you've already forgotten your phone.
You haven't forgotten it in the car.
As you're breaking down. Yeah. And stuck on the motorway, or about to break down
at that point,
going left,
you throw the phone out the window. Always do.
You're not thinking, oh, when I go left, I mustn't forget my phone. Because you've already forgotten it.
Where are these emergency zones as well?
And then the bit that
do you have
annoys
to plan to break down next to an emergency zone?
The bit that annoys me the most then is the dumbing down part. Because this is a government commercial, right?
Yes, they think we're all idiots.
And the dumbing down part of it that makes me rant the most is the next line is, go left at the passenger door.
Go left
in other
at
words,
the passenger door?
They're talking to people who don't know which way is left and which way is right. Now, if you don't know which way is left and which way is right,
you shouldn't be driving a car.
You should not be driving.
Oh, no.
They put that in, go left at the passenger door, for people that aren't sure.
Towards the passenger door.
They're not absolutely sure which way is left. And also, to be fair, Georgina, if you're on a motorway, you can't go right.
No.
Can
no.
you?
No.
There's just a line down the middle of the...
But this must have been started because a whole load of people went right. Surely. Otherwise,
can't.
they wouldn't be wasting money
You
and
can't.
go left. Do you know what annoys me?
No, wait. You can't go right on a motorway. There's a barrier down the middle.
I know, but if you're in the left-hand lane, you could go right onto the other two lanes.
Why would you do that?
Because obviously people are. What annoys me most about the adverts is aren't there insects singing it? Aren't they all dressed as insects? Like they've splattered onto your windscreen and they're singing to you, go left.
That's the TV version. Which I haven't seen in London, which I've seen online.
Yeah, they don't need to do it in London because we all know what left is.
We're going to move on now with Toast Haunted.
I'm beginning to like the toast.
We mentioned this on the promo, but we haven't mentioned it in the show. It's called Toast Haunted because we used to think our toaster was haunted.
It was haunted.
Because one morning we found a pen.
Yeah. There was a smell of plastic when I put the toast in.
In the toaster.
And there's a pen. No one puts a pen in the toaster.
Even I am not stupid enough to put a pen in a toaster.
A plastic pen in a toaster is never a good idea.
So I thought we'd call this segment Toast Haunted.
Toast Haunted.
Also because it sounds a bit like Most Haunted.
Yes, you're very clever.
Which is one of our favourite shows of all time.
You should do this writing thing for a living.
Today on Toast Haunted, we ask the age-old question, can dogs see ghosts?
Right, okay. Can they?
Well, before we start, what do you think, Georgina?
Absolutely, yes. Why not?
Is it possible that our four-legged friends can sense what we cannot? If you look on the internet, there's quite a lot of documentation that supports the notion...
Yeah, are dogs like barking at empty spaces?
...that dogs can sense paranormal activity.
Excellente.
Would you like to hear an example, Georgina?
I'm almost on the edge of my seat with excitement.
One dark night,
yes,
an elderly woman, let's call her Gladys... settled into her side of the bed and patted the empty pillow beside her. Yes. A year had passed, but Gladys was still adjusting to being a widow after 40 years of marriage.
You're tearing me apart.
Her golden retriever, let's call him Kevin.
Excellent name for a dog.
He seemed to understand this.
Yes.
One cold, moonless night when Gladys had returned home from bingo.
Oh, she was at the bingo.
Kevin, the golden retriever, did something he'd never done before.
Yeah.
He jumped up onto her husband's side of the bed and gently laid his head on the pillow.
That's just a dog figuring out there's an empty space there now. My turn for the bed.
A cynical person might say that.
Okay.
Her husband would never have allowed Kevin onto the bed.
I think there's even more of the answer then, isn't there?
Gladys didn't shoo Kevin off the bed.
No, she wouldn't.
Instead, she lay down beside him and let the peaceful sound of the dog snoring lull her to sleep.
Do dogs snore? I've never had a dog. I don't know if they snore.
You never slept with a dog?
No. I think that's a whole new niche podcast, isn't it?
And anyway, this went on for about a year.
Okay.
Gladys slept with the dog.
Yeah.
She found it comforting, but
Good.
one night...
How was a ghost involved in all of this?
One night, Kevin the gold... I'm getting to that.
Okay. Yes.
Because this is Toast Haunted.
Okay.
Gladys was alone in bed and she could hear scratching on the floorboards downstairs. Did Kevin want to go out for a walk at this time of night?
Did he?
With a sigh, Gladys made her way down to the hallway.
No, hold on. Kevin's on the bed next to her. Oh, he's now gone down. He's gone downstairs.
Yeah, she's woken up and he's downstairs.
Excellent. Okay.
But when she got downstairs, Kevin wasn't pacing back and forth by the front door as usual. Instead, he was jumping around and wagging his tail just like he used to when Gladys's husband arrived home from work.
Dogs are so wonderful, aren't they?
So to Gladys, it felt as if her husband...
Oh, it felt as if her husband...
Had come home. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think Gladys's husband had come home, Georgina?
I do, absolutely. Gladys's husband. Does Gladys's husband have a name?
No.
No, just Gladys's husband. So the dog got up in the middle of the night, needed the loo, got quite excited about it. Do dogs really get up in the middle of the night to go to the loo? That's a pain thing to do, isn't it?
It is.
I thought maybe they slept through the night like human. Although that's not a thing anymore.
That was
it?
Toast Haunted.
That was it. Yeah. Are we drawing any conclusions from that?
No.
What do you think?
What do you think,
Luff?
I think her husband had probably come home.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
That's what I like to think.
Yes.
More ghostly tales next time on Sowerby and Luff Deluxe. Coming up next, words that are nice to say.
Sowerby and Luff Deluxe.
Today's official word that is nice to say is euphoria. Let's say it together.
Euphoria.
Turn to someone close to you, look deep into their eyes, grasp their face firmly in your hands and say
Euphoria.
Place it in a sentence for us, Georgina.
We were all caught up in the euphoria of the new podcast, but then our enthusiasm began to wear off. Euphoria.
Today's official word that is nice to say
on Sowerby and Luff Deluxe.
SOWERBYANDLUFF.
Still to come on Sowerby and Luff. In Corridors of Conspiracy, we pose the age-old question, is Elvis Presley still alive?
Oh, yes.
Plus, Santa Claus's DNA, feral hogs. Didn't we do feral hogs?
Yeah.
We did feral hogs last time, didn't we?
This is my numbering system. I've got it all wrong.
We've done feral hogs.
We've done feral
hogs. You can tick that off if you've listened to episode 2. And then we will have a visit from King Charles III, who will be giving his latest updates on the NFL.
If you'd like to listen to the full-length version of this podcast, and who wouldn't, please go to patreon.com/Studio Senseless and become a patron of Sowerby and Luff Deluxe.